It's a 16-star showdown. I invited everyone. You better not miss it. Now who's ready to play?
Hello, and welcome to another match of the 16-star showdown. I hope everyone's got I don't know what I was going with that. I hope everyone's ready for a great match. I've got Devious DD here in the CodeCom booth with me. How you doing, Devious?
I ate food. I went out to eat with my friend earlier, and now I'm here. So,
Sounds like a
it's
good
been a
day.
good day so far. Yeah.
Yeah,
We get to watch some Mario 64. I'm not sure what Session's doing, but it looks like he's save stating over there, potentially violating a rule. Or maybe he's just glitched. I'm not even sure anymore at this point.
Oh, like soft lock in there. Yeah, there's a little soft lock you can do with that Toad. Just messing around. All the runners pretty much ready. Starting a little late today. As always, takes a while to get everything going. Everyone on the same page, but we are in the action now. I'm excited. I think you're a little quiet. I'll turn you up here, but I'm excited for this match. It should be really good. We got it's basically the Kano group. Every group has like an invitation seed, and this one has Kano in it, or Kano, depending on how you say it. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be a really good match. We got Drac, Small64, Bizarrescape, Session, and Let's Clay. And it's just going to be great, and we should get into it. I'll give the countdown to these runners here in a minute. But as far as the rules go, this is a lifetime attack format. They have 99 minutes to get the best run possible. Finish a 16-star run to get a good time for the leaderboard down in the bottom center, and the top 3 times will move on. The bottom 3 will unfortunately break away and will not continue in the tournaments, but that's how it goes. So seeding does matter for the groups they get put into on the second round. So anything's on the table. We've had so many good matches so far, and like anything could happen. A lot of the seeds have turned out pretty much even, but we have also seen some 6th and 5th seeds like come out and like really put times on and actually move on. So it's all on the table here. All right, let's go for it.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, we could see anything happen.
100%. So I'm going to give the countdown to the runners here. All right, let's see if everybody's ready. Everybody should be good to go. Let's go ahead and start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Good luck to all the runners. Good luck, good luck.
So do they start off with a no reset and then they just do time attacks, or?
No, it's just they just do normal runs. So just like PB attempts.
Oh.
There's only limited time. Maybe if it was like a full weekend, it'd be cool. But just doing normal runs. Some runners have done like a no reset to start. Some runners have like finished more runs, like 3 or 4 runs, taking up a lot of the time doing that. And then some runners have like resets to try to get like the best time possible. So there's some different strategies going on here. See which one works best.
Yeah, I'm a fan of do one no reset at the beginning, and then you can gauge off what you need to play safe on from that to see how bad you play in the first one, compared to what you think you should be playing at, and then from there on out, then you can reset as much as you want.
Yeah, basically. I am a fan of getting one done early. Getting all the stars done, seeing like where your trouble spots are, and just getting that groove going early. I think that's a pretty big deal in these races. As we've seen some runners not even like finish a single run. They just get caught in those resets, and before you know it, everyone else has like some decent times on the board, and then you're freaking out even more. So I definitely think, playing it out as far as you can is a good move early on.
And Let's Play is going for Noel Wheelj. Do you know what Let's Play's PB is?
I do not. They are the last seed. Yeah, the seeding goes in order with the bracket here, the leaderboard. Kano, Drax, Small, Bizarre, Session. Every single person who was invited to who was qualified was like 2 minutes apart on PBs, like maybe excluding the top 5. So everyone is super close in PBs.
Yeah.
Ooh, Kano missing that red coin. Yeah, quick backup. They're going to continue. I think missed Shig. I don't think it was going for anything crazy. Could have missed the beginning. But yeah, not bad, not bad.
Yeah, no, I mean, props to Kano for keeping that run normal. You see when people miss that first red coin, or that second, that's the third red coin, right? And then they miss it and they just don't know how to back it up. They'll just keep running. They're like, oh, wait a second, I forgot a red coin. And then they're already at the end. And they're like, oh, the star didn't spawn. Oh, no.
Yeah, you just forget all about it. Or that cheese block coin, you can like miss it and not realize it. Yeah, and you get to the end, you're like, wait.
Yeah, that one's the one that I always like. I make sure I'm listening to my game audio when that one's when I'm going for that one, because I've forgotten multiple times and just has not been a good time.
Yeah, it can definitely ruin your day, especially at a race. Not a great time. But Kano through Dark World. So is Session. Session actually a little ahead. Stream should be like somewhat synced up here. Everyone else, let's see. Let's Clay not doing the LBLJ routes. We have seen some runners choose that. I think we've had a runner come in fourth, or maybe a couple runners come in fourth with no LBLJ, but haven't had one move on yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like if you do no LBLJ, you're completely out. Like, you may lose, I don't know, like, I mean, compared to the people you're going against, you're losing like 25 to 30 seconds, but the strats that you have to do in no LBLJ are much easier and can be done more consistently.
Exactly. Yeah, more consistent. It's about like 30 seconds or so. But like you said, the consistency is absolutely what they're going for here. They're not looking to reset too much on LBLJ. So it's just the strat. We'll see if it can work out. The problem is you do have to be like really clean, because to move on, we're looking at like, you know, mid-16s typically from what we've seen so far.
Yeah.
And to get like a mid-16 no LBLJ, you have to be like really clean. So hopefully, Let's Clay can pull something out there as Kano misses the cannonless attempt.
Kano's not having too good of a run, it seems like. I mean, he missed something else that I saw earlier besides the red coin, but I wasn't. Oh yeah, double jump Owlus. He like clipped the edge and just fell all the way down.
Oh yeah, might be doing just like a no reset to get it out of the way then. Wouldn't blame Kano at all.
I mean, it's good to have a time up there, because then you know that, like, well, at least if I don't finish another run, at least I finished one and have a time up. Like, it's not like I didn't try to get a time at all.
Yeah, precisely. Precisely. And you have, like, a reference point. You know, it's really nice to have that. You're not just sitting there in limbo.
Yeah, or they might be comparing the latest on their splits. I mean, I know that's what I do when I do races. I compare against latest, so I know how to beat not my PB, but the run I just did.
Right, yeah. I know a lot of people do that. They'll have like race specific splits or something instead of going up the PB splits. Yeah, I kind of, when I do races, I just skip ahead so I don't see like the red.
Honestly, fair enough.
Oh, wait.
I usually just hide them.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Kano getting pillarless. Tama. Session actually missed the bomb. Had to go for the backup top of the pyramid. Kind of a two-person race here in the basements. I was getting ready to swap over to Session, but Kano might have taken the lead there as Session gets hit by the bomb again. Missed the grab. Oh, the backup!
Let's Play is doing CCM. Oh, that's right. He's doing no LBLJ. I was confused why he was doing CCM for a second, but
yeah, the few CCMs we will see in this tournament.
And it looks like Bizarrescape is frozen or something.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, no,
Bizarrescape. Yeah, Bizarrescape did tell me that with his internet, he might freeze every now and then. So as long as everyone else is moving, it's not on our side. Thankfully.
Ooh, Let's Play getting a weird button press. But he did get the red coin back up, so he's not going to be losing too much time. He could still potentially make Shig, but I think it's more of a normal cycle pace right now.
Yeah, for Let's Clay. That's not too
Yeah.
bad. Normal cycle is probably pretty good. Doing Dark World late can be very scary. So getting a cycle later isn't that big of a deal. As Let's Clay does get that cycle. Bottom right.
Yeah, that looked like normal. I'm not 100% sure though. It's kind of hard to tell. Like it's easy to tell when it's the difference between Shig and Zaya, but normal and Shig are hard to tell apart when you're not paying attention to the entirety of their Dark World.
Yeah, it is hard to tell like cycles and everything like that. Typically at this level, you can just assume it's something good, you know, if they don't reset. You're just like, yeah, it's probably fine.
Oh,
Let's
no.
keep going.
Let's play Mr. Bowser throw.
Ooh.
I mean, still low 8x. It's like 16 pace or something like that. And 16 3x still, which is not bad. I mean, especially doing Dark World late.
Yeah, not bad at all. Ooh, Kano taking a couple ledge grabs. Yeah, elevator star. Can save 1 second doing the lava boost, but going easy. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
I just was gonna say what you were gonna say. So
Oh, on the same
like,
page.
I'm not surprised he's not going for it. I mean, it only saves a second, so it's like.
We've only seen a couple runners actually do it. Almost every runner has opted for that elevator star in the volcano.
Can't really blame him. I mean, 1 second difference where it's much harder to die on it than it is to die on lava boost.
For sure, for sure. Let's see, Kano going to CCM, or HMC, I mean. Only a few stars here. Bizarre Skate making his way into basements. As a small 64, Drac, Let's Clay, everyone.
In the words of Smash Bros. Ultimate, they're all here.
The gang's all here.
Except for Waluigi. He stays in assist trophy, and I'm really happy that he's not getting to be an actual fighter, just because it's like funny to watch all the people on Twitter rage over him not being playable.
It's a big... You're opening up a can of worms here. I don't know if I want to play off of this one. Some controversy in the Cocom's booth here.
Honestly, if you don't want to go off of it, I can stop, but I just thought I'd bring up that I like watching people writhe in anger when he's not a playable character.
The anger is sometimes funny to watch on Twitter. I will agree.
Yeah.
Kano's 13 stars. Okay, yeah, not his last one. We'll need one more, I believe, the Rolling Rock Star. But oh, Drac is dying in Lethal Lava Land. I think he just got the invisible ceiling on the elevator star.
Oh no. That ceiling is so strange. I don't understand how it works. It just exists there.
Lava boost backup.
Oh, double pole skip. Okay, I see you.
Yeah, really nice from Drac there. Such an unfortunate death. That invisible wall happens when like you're somewhat too close to that left corner, and like as like the elevator's moving, it doesn't like that spot, so you try to avoid it. But sometimes it will just kind of hit you out of nowhere. It feels like.
That's what most of the invisibles.
Ooh.
Most of the invisibles are like, oh, he just missed that. That looked like he was gonna grab it though. I'm so confused.
Yeah, unfortunate from Kano. Not too bad. Does get it in this little corner here. Yeah, taking it nice and easy. Didn't have the best camera set up beforehand. Make sure he had a good one. Second door. Very clean. Yeah, everyone kind of on Kano's tail here. Kano doesn't have like the best pace going just because it looks like he's doing a no resets. And has made like a decent amount of mistakes. but still on decent pace. And all the other runners, I think, have done at least like 1 or 2 resets, and are not too far
Except for
behind.
Let's Play. Let's Play hasn't reset.
That's true,
He's
yeah.
going the entire time.
Yeah, the no LBLJ route isn't even that far behind Kano. Just needs to get this MIPS clip pretty quick. All right, let's close through the doors. Kano's got the Substar.
I mean, pretty much we're just waiting for Fire Sea exits at this point, just to see where they're gonna, what their pace is. It's kind of hard to tell out of DDD. No one like actually looks at the DDD split. They're like, oh, cool, DDD, and then they're like, okay, what's this Fire Sea exit gonna be?
Basically. Kind of how it goes. Looking to be on pace here for Kano. Got the pole glitch. Yeah, I do know it's like roughly like 2 minutes from the Fire Sea exit. Everything else is like really clean. Oh, Kano not getting the long jumps.
Those
Oh my
dives are really so scary. Those dives are so dumb and scary. Like everything can go wrong as soon as that happens. Like everything will go wrong if you just miss one input or roll out too late.
Yeah, it's a very scary time. We saw it actually happen to many runners already in this tournament, where that'll happen and they just like jump off the edge or they take the burn or something. Yeah, so Kano, knowing his stuff, making sure keeping it under control.
No, it looks like it's a 3x exit. That's what it's looking like. Yeah, 38, 39.
Yeah, this is like maybe 15 possible actually. Like
Oh, yeah,
it's
this
like
is like low 16, high 15.
It's like right at 16 somewhere in there.
Yeah, if I go based off my splits, if I were to get that, that would be like 16.0 or like 16.03 or something like that BPT. But I have to play like kind of really close to my goal to get that BPT out of Fire Sea. But
Yeah, in game that's like extremely hard to do. So we'll see what Kano can do here. BLJ time. But you make up a good point. You know, it's not. You know, we say like 2 minutes from the Fire Sea exit, but that would be for like really clean exit with good BLJs. Kano through the first door.
Wow, that was scary. I thought he like clipped the top and lost all of his speed.
All right, let's see. Second one catches a little bit.
He's not able to keep it going.
All right, it's through. 1440.
Yeah, this is low 16 pace now. I think 15 might be dead potentially.
Kano would need a really, really clean bits here. I don't think that's Manamo cycle.
Is Suiji in this tourney? I'm assuming so.
He was. He actually like forfeited the night before his match started. So.
Oh, what?
That was unfortunate. We had like, I mean, I've got like every 16-star runner, every like top one, and Suiji and GTM ended up forfeiting like right before their matches.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it was a little sad moment there, but everyone else is still in it. Do what?
Kano has the best PB then, right? Kano, what is Kano's PB?
Slip.
55?
No. Ouija, I think.
Yeah,
And then
if Ouija's in the tournament, then it's Ouija.
Yeah, Ouija, Slippery Nip, and then Kano is Group D, so he is the 4th best time.
Okay.
But yeah, Kano finishing up this one. Looks like it's going to be right at 16 like we were saying, just barely missing the 15. But that's an incredible like first time. Like did a no reset basically.
Hey, I was right. 1603 BPT out of Fire Sea.
Hey, there you go. Good prediction. All right, let's swap over to Let's Play here real quick. Get some action going.
Nice 17 pace. Healthy pace.
Yeah, this is pretty good. Mid 17 it looks like.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait to see what his pipe entrance is. Because if he gets like a 4x, it could be like a high 1x or a low 2x 17, but... Oh my, that was kind of scary.
Making it up there.
All right, this is looking like a mid 17 as we said. Let's see if you can clutch these throws though.
And here we go. That's gonna be 1 for 1. See how the second one is. 2 for 2, 1 more. Let's Clay. Oh, misses the grab.
Oh, no.
Wants to clutch out this last time. Oh, that's it. That's it.
Good. Clean throws. This is like a high 3x. Not too bad, especially for a no LBLJ no reset. Like that's pretty good.
Yeah, solid times being put up here early on. Yeah, Let's Clay. He's kind of shaking his head like, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Gonna get the 1736. Be putting Let's Clay in second place. He's
Looks
getting
like Bazaar's kind of on a run. So is Drac.
Let's see who's Bazarscape going into BLJ's. Drac. Oh yeah, so is Drac. Both of them. All right, let's look at Drac. Drac is on the BLJ's. Doesn't have the first one.
Oh. Yeah, that first BLJ is kind of scary. Oh, it looks like Bazaar's not getting it either.
Oh, there we go. Drac
Okay.
just got it. Oh, and so did Bazarscape.
Oh my! I think technically Bazarscape is on the better pace. I can't really see his timer, but
Oh, for sure. Oh, it's like a minute and a half difference between the two. You got 16:27 fade out for Drac and a 14:56. It looked like. Yeah, about a minute and a half.
Yeah, Bazarscape's on a pretty hefty pace, and Drac is just, trying to finish out a run. Can't really blame him. I mean, that's kind of the moral of the story. You just gotta finish runs.
100%. Especially here. Like once you get him this far, like you might as well finish him. Oh, a little mess up there on this moving right side. Oh, I wasn't able to make it work. Standing right. Oh, there you go.
Oh, what? Standing right is so much harder than standing left and moving right, in my opinion. That is like the, oh, what? Invis wall?
Ooh. Okay. Didn't fall down, thankfully. That invis wall happens on one elevator and only one. So if that ever happens to anyone and you end up like falling down, just make sure you don't get back on the same elevator. As long as you don't fall down like all the way. That is how you avoid that. All right, Drax 1 for 1. Bazarscape. Oh, 2 for 2 on Drac. I'm gonna swap over to Bazaar as soon as Drac hits his third one.
Oh, did he hit?
It sounded good.
Looks like it.
Yep. Bazarscape. Here we go. Oh, Bazaar misses the third one. No. Should have left him alone.
Rest in peace, Bazarscape, with that third throw. That's gonna hit though, but just barely. Like Bowser's toenail clipped the bomb and just decided to explode.
The toenail. Just in time. See, 18
No,
looked like
it's still
1801,
16 though.
1802 from Drac. I think it was 1801. He split late. And a 1644. Let's get these times on the board here. 1644 for Bazarscape. That's gonna put him in second place. As we've got Drac coming out the no reset with the 1802.
Not
definitely-
bad, not bad.
Yeah, definitely just like the first runs there from Drac especially. I'm looking at Drac to pull out, a low 16, maybe even a 15 here. So definitely a lot of times to be seen. But good start. We've already had 4 runs finish. 20 minutes in.
Yeah, that's not even bad at all. Like, I mean, and some of these guys didn't even do no resets. They just got their runs like on second or third try. So I think the only 2 no resetters were Let's Clay and Kano.
Yeah, they are all just like really early runs for sure. They really didn't like sacrifice a whole lot to get those runs finished. So we got small 64. The number 3 seed here doesn't have a time yet.
Okay, well, triple jump Owlus. I'm happy people are still going for triple jump Owlus, double jump Owlus. Like, I know it's like more normalized now, but it is still like disgustingly hard.
Yeah, it's still very hard. I've tried it. I don't do it because it only saves like 0.2 seconds sometimes. But
yeah,
it's something like I'm just gonna need someone to like kind of like show me and teach me and eventually like probably pick it up. But yeah, I'm a triple jump Owlus person myself here. It's consistent for me and I would like to keep it that way personally. I'm sure it's true for others.
The truest form of gamer. Like if you're not playing consistent, then why are you playing? No, I'm just joking around. But like,
why are you playing? Get out of here.
Yeah.
No, that's funny.
Consistency is the truest form of gamer, in my opinion.
It is. It's definitely a certain form of gamer. You're right. It is. It's like a next level to be consistent at like tournaments and competition and just to get solid movement going. At any kind of like decent reliability is really hard to do in this game. So anyone capable of doing it is on another level for sure.
Yeah, easiest way of getting control on your nerves, texture crush something like, I have a crush on you, they don't know yet, just text them that, then start playing Mario. Then you'll have your nerves the entire time and we'll get used to your tournament races.
Some great practice. You gotta mix in some IRL in there to really get it.
Yeah, your heart will be beating like 140 BPM, and you're just like playing Mario, you're like, oh, I can't feel my hands, and you're like, but I have to win. It's like, oh, okay, what's going on here?
True. That's big brain time. Yeah, 4-head, exactly. Or 5-head. Oh man, Small making SL look a little easy so far. Getting pillarless first try. Not a bad talent. Little dusty rollout as I was giving him compliments, so blame that one on me, Small.
We love Dust, actually. Dust is our favorite.
I mean, we do make a lot of it.
For sure. Like, I mean, if you've ever watched one of my runs, I mean, there's Dust every other rollout, it seems like, at least.
At least.
It's like I'm making, like, Dust bunnies everywhere, man. Like, Mario's got to go clean up the corners of the castle after I'm done playing.
For sure. We need the Toads on cleanup duty. We have inexperienced Mario players dirtying up the place with all this dust.
At least Toad will finally be useful as long as we get him to clean up some dust.
That's true. We need a maid outfit. That's my new new emote idea. Toad in a maid outfit. It's gonna be dust, like cleaning up dust or something.
Yeah, he's got like a duster in his hand, a feather duster.
That'll be great. That's my new emote. Nobody take it.
Markinator copyright trademark symbol.
Trademark 226 4:35 p.m. Can't take it now. But all jokes aside, Small 64 on a really good run. Kano looks like might just be done.
What? Yeah, that's very interesting. He's just kind of gone. Do some people do this?
Well, we have seen a couple top runners do it already. They just set a good time, like for one good run off the bat, basically. We saw Ouija do it. I don't know if anyone else do it. I think Slippery Nip just got like a really good run and then didn't take it too seriously after that. He got like a 1540 like in the first 30 minutes.
Oh my.
Yeah, so I mean, like we see top runners get good times and just kind of not do too much more. But Kano was taking a nap. Like I don't know if anyone was looking at Kano's stream before. I wasn't sure he was gonna actually make it in time for the match start because he had on the screen taking a nap, but it was streaming. That's what Kano does. And
he streams and it doesn't end. It's very scary.
Yeah, it can be. But this is, I mean, Kano's Japanese, obviously. So I don't know what time it is Japanese time, but it's probably in the middle of the night.
Well, that's what Google is for. Time to find out.
Yeah, somebody let us know in chat. It's probably very late. So thank you for Kana for even showing up, setting this 1603, really setting the bar. If, 3 people beat 1603, well deserved on them. Small tick and a bonk didn't fall. Lucky.
It's 6:36 a.m. in Japan.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
it's a bit early.
I know. Maybe it's right on time for the gamers out there, but...
Oh, Kano's back.
Oh, there he is. Taking a quick break.
Okay, Smaw's on a healthy pace right now. It's like, I think it's like a 10xx or something like that, like sub 11.
Yeah, getting out of HMC. Probably right at, I don't know, maybe it will be like 10:30, 10:45. This is a good run.
It's more to the middle low than it is to the high, I think.
Maybe.
But I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, really good run regardless. Bizarrescape and Let's Clay and SSL Let's Clay grabbing the fence. Little playground action.
Yeah, this is like 10-4x from Smaw as long as the rest of his run goes well in HMC. I just kind of go based off my splits. Like, I just kind of guess. Like, his Toad grab was like 25 seconds faster than mine. So. And I like average 10 5x's normally, as long as my run isn't completely dead.
Yeah, I mean, that's still like a really good run. 10, like a sub 11 exit is 15 pace, I believe.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow. I guess.
I mean, if it's like a really good ending, like top players, it is. Like if you saw Small 64 get like a 10:45, like it is 15 pace. As he gets the 10:33 here, so only like 10 seconds behind what we're talking about, or ahead rather.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I must be just that bad then because I get those sub 11s and I can't clutch out even a 16, so there's a little bit of issue there.
Late game is the difference. I'm telling you.
It's so scary. It's so scary.
It is.
I just think it's my BLJs. I always lose like a million seconds on them. I don't even count anymore. I just skip that split. I don't want to look at it.
You just put a million into the splits, gold, and you just never gold it.
Yeah, I never gold it. I skip it.
Nice MIPS clip for Small here.
Oh, it looks like Bazaar's in LLL as well with, I think, 8 stars, so...
Yeah, it looks like it. Gonna be meeting Small here. Hopefully. Oh, Let's Clay did take the reset. Yeah, Let's Clay has to beat the event PB now.
Have we seen any chip clips in this tournament at all, or...?
Yes, we have seen it from a few runners. Did Small just do it, or did he not do it? I didn't see him.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
That's why I was asking. I'm like, his camera looked like he was setting up for it, and then he didn't go for it, so I was confused.
Gotcha. Yeah, we have seen a few, but not many. Very few. Very few. But did miss the front sub there. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I usually end up watching the tournament. Like most tournaments, it doesn't matter whose it is. I'm always there when the runs are over. Like I just have horrible timing.
Perfect timing today, though. Thank you for being on comms today, honestly.
Yeah, no problem, man. I was just like eating lunch, and then you're like, "Yo, you want to come?" I'm like, "Sure."
Yo.
As long as I'm not like busy, and you're like, "Oh, it's like 4 p.m. EST." I'm like, "Oh, that's like 3, so I'm chilling."
Nice, dude. Worked out perfectly then. I'm glad. Yeah, Bizarrescape is in Lethal Lava Land. We're getting out of Lethal Lava Land now. Alright, good fire suit from Small 64 here. Didn't get like anything crazy as far as cycles go, but did get the 0 cycle. So it's really all you can ask for.
Yeah, 0 cycle, the name of that is just a pet peeve of mine. I think it's the most boring name you could ever name anything.
You think so? I actually like it. It's been 0 cycle forever.
Yeah, I know. I know it's been Zero Cycle forever, but I started a petition to start calling it early Ellies just to make people mad because they don't like. I also just don't like Zero Cycle. It sounds corny.
I think. Yeah, I mean, early Ellie's. I mean, it is called that as well, but I think it's 16 star. It's specifically like Zero Cycle, and then 70. I don't know. I always hear early Ellie's is like 70 star. Like you get lava boost. You have lava boost and early Ellie's, you know, and like 70 and 120, and then 16 you have like Zero Cycle and like the Supreme Cycle, whatever it's the Burrito Supreme Cycle. I don't know what that one's called.
Oh yeah, Ultimate Cycle.
Ultimate, yeah, there we go.
We're trying to talk about.
Yeah, yeah.
Ultimate Cycle is more of an ending thing, not a beginning thing, though. It's like
True.
it's on that final stretch. So technically, you could get Zero Cycle and Ultimate Cycle in like the same string of things, but
Yeah, that's how I've always thought about it. Like, you know, you have like 16 is special. It's a little different. Ooh, small. Finally getting it. Did take a minute. 1430 entry.
it's just like that one video. I think it was a Summoning Salt video, and it was like, with BLJs, the game is possible to be beaten with 50 stars. It's like, oh, cool, 50 stars.
Get through the 50 star door.
Honestly, 50 stars sounds like a better category than 16 in my head, though, because like one less BLJ equals much better.
It's just a tippy skip, really.
Yeah. And Tippy's the hardest part of the run, so I mean, I'll gladly skip Tippy. Like,
Alright, small. In the pipe, that was really good. That was a really good bits. 15. Yeah, this is definitely 15 possible. It's going to be a little tight. Doesn't need to miss any throws. First one's good.
it's Bizarre Bop. That's all that he can hope for. Well, I mean, not really. It's actually both Bop now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah, this is the first place grab from Small 64. I believe that's a 15. I do believe.
Let's see.
It's close.
Yeah, 15 like 59 or 16 flat is what I'm seeing.
Ah, come on. Oh, 59. Let's go.
1559.74. That is super close.
That's about as close as you could get it here. Small 64 clutching it out. First 15 of the day. Beating out Kano for first place. Yeah, kind of what we expected to see from Small. Is the third
Small's
seed
Drax.
Drac kind of beating him out just barely. I think they're like one position off on the leaderboard.
Yeah, Small's really good at this game. I mean, like, a 15 in a race, you are, like, crazy, man. Like, you got the skills to pay the bills. And it looks like Bizarrescape just took a burn, unfortunately.
So yeah, we'll swap over to Bizarrescape here. And Fire Sea. Yeah, I've just updated leaderboard real quick. 1559, 1603, and 1644 are the three qualifying times as of right now. Bizarrescape on the hot seat, but is on the best run so far, so looking to maybe cool it down a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kano had the best Fire Sea exit, definitely.
All right, if we get some real Bizarrescape audio, there we go. All right, a little behind.
Let's just see how these BLJs go.
Yeah, about 15 seconds behind what Small was at. So, yeah, low 16, I think. Good BLJs.
So team caught a strange Hillerless. He, like, punched him away and then just walked into the hole.
Okay. Oh, yeah, like maybe missed the hole. Happens sometimes. Bizarrescape not getting the first one. Oh, the crooked angle.
The first one's the hardest, and I stand by that. Like,
It is.
because there's only a limited amount of space.
That is a fact. Sometimes like the infinite one will take more time, but I mean, at least you don't have to keep resetting like this. And Bizarres keep losing too much time.
Oh no.
That was a really good run that just died at BLJ's right there.
Yeah, and we got a pretty good set of top 3 times going on right now. Like, definitely gonna be challenging to beat. I mean, 16:44 is like, that's pretty good for like a no reset. Just finish a run, you know.
Yeah, definitely. That is not the one I wanted. Session is in basement. I haven't seen too much of Session. Kano is also on a really good pace, but want to check in on Session as we have not seen too much of this man right here.
Yeah, Kano's in it to win it, come back to take his first place spot. I mean, you can't really blame him. That's what I'd do.
I would do that too. You need that first place spot. So for the second rounds, like the seedings are going to matter. I haven't posted too much about it. It's just kind of been on the back burner with getting everything else and all these matches going. But the second round is going to be another set of groups, and the first seeds are going to basically just like stay in their groups and just move forward, and the second and third seeds are going to like move into different groups so they don't play each other twice. And so if Kano doesn't take first place here, he will be the first invite to not actually move on in a like standard tournament format, because he will not have that first seed spot anymore.
So all the first seeds go into like a normal, you know, bracket like seeded tournament, and then the second and third they go into like some group stage type thing.
Yeah, the second and third seeds will mix up basically. So I'll have they'll move in like a circular pattern. It'll make sense. I'll release something about it. It'll all make sense. Oh, Session
Oh no.
taking the death in the volcano. But yeah, all that really to be said that Kano hopefully can take the time back. Was the first run of the day to get that 1603, so I mean, it's easily possible for Kano. This might be the run for Session here, unfortunately. Might keep going, but as far as getting a top 3 time, that was really killer.
Yeah, not even a sub 9 exit. That's kind of like for Session's level, that's not very epic, especially for no reset. Like you'd expect like an 8-4x or something. But, you know, taking that death uses like 10, 15 seconds. I mean, you do spawn back in the volcano, but had trouble with that fire spitter as well, so didn't really work out.
Yeah, it's rough when the volcano doesn't go well underneath the lava lands. Let's pop over to Kano because he is in Fire Sea.
Yeah, I think he's actually on the best pace of the tournament right now.
I wouldn't doubt it. I didn't see the beginning, but
he had the best Fire Sea so far with the 1338, and I think he's on pace to beat it because he had like a 10, I think 3x HMC.
Yeah. I mean, that is like super good.
Yeah, but he did miss MIPS. Like that was a thing that happened. Jack's killer list setup is kind of strange. Or backup, not.
Oh!
That wasn't his. Oh no!
I think was holding forward on the stick when he tried to jump. You have to be holding neutral there. Looked like a good spot for Drac.
Oh, Kano just got a 1331 Fire Sea, so you beat his best in this group match by 7-ish seconds, something around there.
Yeah, definitely like 15-3, maybe right at 15-4 X pace. Good BLJs here. I think the best pace we've had here in the tournament is like it might be like a 15, like 10 something, maybe 15-20. No 14s.
Good first BLJ though.
Yeah, on pace. Oh, gotta get the the long jump going. Oh, and just so quick. Like, these top players, like, the consistency they have with BLJs, even when they, like, miss the first one, is crazy.
Yeah, BLJs are, like, a lot. There's a bunch of people who complain about them being RNG, and then there's a bunch of people who are like, no, it's not RNG, you're just bad. And, like, I'm kind of more in the second group, but, like...
It is somewhat inconsistent, and but they are, I mean, there is a system to them, obviously. Moving right side for Kano's good.
So if you're not good at timing, then you're kind of screwed. But...
Yeah, it's a pattern. You have to muscle memory a pattern to some degree.
15.4x pace, like 15.43, 15.45, I think.
Yeah, 15, like, yeah, right at 15.5x. Is that gonna hit? Okay, it did hit. Very nice.
These Mario cam throws always scare me because your cameras move. It's like... I get why they like them, but oh my gosh, what was that? That was
the not even full spin from Kano, just throws Bowser, just like a quick little like whip of the Mario. Flies into the bomb. It's gonna clutch out the 15.4. Yeah, 15.44.
Right? Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I'm getting closer and closer every time I guess. The only time I got it right was the 16.03. I think that's my goal. Just try and guess end times.
I mean, it's rough guessing end times to like the second for sure. I mean, there's so much that could actually like sway it. But yeah, 15.44 is an insane time from Kano. Second 15 of today. We just crossed the 1 hour mark as Kano was in bits there. So 55 minutes left to go on the timer.
That's insane to think that two people in like the first 15 was less than an hour in, like, or less than 30 minutes in. It was like 25, 24 minutes in, and someone already got a 15, and then Kano does like a reset, or I think he just did one more run, or maybe a couple. I didn't see if he reset or not, but
yeah, basically like 2 straight runs. Yeah, an absolute mad lad of a runner. We could swap back over to Session here. In Fire C, still on the same run.
Drac just bonked in the weirdest way possible. He like did a backflip and then bonked on the railing while doing a backflip.
Oh, weird. Is that gonna make it? Okay, it did make it. Alright, Session. Yeah, not the best time here. Already at 14 minutes. It's going to be not fighting for third place, it looks like, but just getting a nice time on the board. You know, wanting to finish it out. Not a bad idea. That death in Lethal Lava Land was probably the only mistake.
I think he could still technically beat Bizarre, like, theoretically, but it's going to be tough.
Potentially. I think you're right. Could be a fight for third.
Yeah. But it's gonna be very close. It's gonna be like within a second of like mistakes and stuff that you can't like a second or two of what time you can do. Like with normal mistakes, like if you don't get BLJ first try and get it like pretty close right after you get it. There's just a lot of stuff that could happen that could, you know, get him third place time or just be right behind it.
Come on, Session, get the BLJ! No, he dropped it! That was gonna be it!
Oh, no.
That was a really, like, crazy angle, though.
That was kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie. I just can't catch it. Catching the stairs, so painful. I mean, he could be mashing too fast, you never know. He should be going through. Oh, maybe he won't now because he's at the wall.
It'll take, yeah, there it goes. Yeah, wall thicker than door. More speed required. See how the
watching the door is so scary.
Come on, get it. Ah, come on! Dude, when Mario's in that like
my.
half BLJ state and you're like trying to keep up the mash, it's the hardest thing ever. That was really nice from Session to not drop it.
That's a weird camera angle. I don't think I've actually ever seen that. The one that he doesn't even get in there, Mario cam, and like see left. Just, oh, man.
Get that slight angle to the right so you're not strafing in the air. It is quite precise. Oh, come on, Session, go! Get the speed!
Nah, it looks like Let's Clay's in the basement now.
Oh my!
Oh, 0 framed!
Got that invisible
That was
like wall
unfortunate,
kick bonk. Yeah, it's 0 frame.
It's just where I'm pretty sure how it happens is where you press it too fast. You're just too good at the game. You press it right before you hit the wall.
It's I think it's where you hit on the wall. Mario can't jump off of. It's like the first pixel of any edge of whatever he's trying to wall kick off of. So right there was like too far to the right, like touched the first pixel basically. He was trying to wall kick off of it. And the same happens like if you're like if it's on like the very top part of a ledge. If you're trying to like triple jump wall kick and you can't ledge grab, like you could get that bonk as well.
Yeah. Then why is it called 0 frame? There's a lot of name discussion that
you
have going on here.
You have 0 frames to wall kick. It was impossible.
Okay. I see it now. I was gonna.
Oh!
I thought it would be called, oh, what? That looked like it was gonna hit though. That was kind of
skirted right next to it.
all right. Second throw is done. We got 2 people in basement. We got Let's Play and Drac, and Session finishing up with a 1807. I'm gonna say that's my guess for this one.
We'll see. Yeah, Session
might be
taking
wrong, though.
the last place spot with the 1806.0.
1806.0. That's a clean 1806 then.
All right, yeah, Let's
Now,
Clay.
Let's Clay's an HMC. Let's see how this goes. This is gonna be like an 11 exit, I think, like an 11-11. What the pace is looking like for now.
Yeah. Oh no, I was gonna say about 30 seconds behind, maybe like 35
That
now.
bonk is strange. It's like you just get the wrong angle, just a little too far, like facing the wrong way, and you bonk. It's just horrible.
It is. It's a sad bonk. Cause yeah, you normally slide right by it, and if you get a little too much facing it, try to wall kick. Let's see, Session, what was it? 1806. That's right. Update the leaderboard.
Oh yeah, I mean Let's Play this would be like an 811 2x, I think, like 28, yeah, 27.
Alright, Bizarrescape closest one, and he's only just now jumping into Womps. Everyone kind of on the resets right now. Thank you, Let's Clay, for the content. Ensuring we don't
Let's
get bored.
Play
Nice.
carrying right now.
Yeah, for sure. That happens a lot. Like, there'll just be like one person going. But really nice Mips grab. Oh, God, that's actually a good camera. No, it jumped the wrong way?
I don't think he jumped the wrong way. I think he jumped without holding down, so he jumped out of the door.
Oh, that's probably it.
Because
Yeah.
you know how Mips clip works. You gotta hold down, and then you jump. So he must have just jumped, then held down, and just flew out of the door or something. I'm not even sure what happened there.
That had to have been it, yeah. That was pretty nutty. Yeah, Let's Clay. Not happy about that. Had to do Mips clip twice on that first door. That was really sad. And it still wasn't even that bad of a time, honestly. Just like basically open the door once, maybe twice. Equivalent time loss.
Yeah, I mean that first door is so interesting. That's for sure. The first door is the hardest one, except unless you're going for the wall kick. I still can't figure out that wall kick. I think unless you wall kick on Star Door, it just doesn't process. It doesn't work. I swear.
You have to land like really close to the door to get it to work. It's really hard.
So it's just like more of having like like right in the corner of the door. I'm assuming in the frame, like it's
Yeah.
gotta be right there.
Yeah, you essentially have to like run into the spot where you drop MIPs instead of just like walking there and putting them down. And then it like kind of pushes you through.
I know like some people do like a jump, and then they just spam A when they go through the door. Oh my, the cycle is all sorts of screwed up right now. What is going on here?
Yeah, it's getting the one cycle. I'm just kidding. Getting the normal cycle, we'll call it.
No, I think 0 cycle should be called 1 cycle because technically it's the first cycle you can actually
Oh no!
get, right? Oh no! What's going on here?
Yeah, I mean that is true. That is true.
Yeah, 1 cycle is a much more fitting name.
It
0
is,
cycle sounds like it's a cycle that doesn't exist because there is no 0th of a cycle, but there's a first of a cycle, you know?
Well, I don't know. Some controversy here. 0 is the first number. 0 is the first number, contrary to popular belief.
It's the first number, but like if you're counting apples and you got like 3 apples, do you start counting at 0 or do you start counting with 1?
You start counting at 0 because you could have half an apple.
But then you're not starting at 0, you're starting at half, 0.5.
Yeah, but it's like 0.5. I like the name.
Yeah.
I like the 0 cycle name. I'm a fan. I don't know where this controversy is coming from. I've heard that from someone else as well. I saw it on Twitter.
I think it might have been me.
It could.
I hate that name.
I don't think it was
hate
though.
that
I think it
name
was
so
someone
bad.
else. I think somebody was jumping on board with you.
That's good. We like it. We love more true believers. They like the true name better, not like 0 cycle.
We'll see. Well, maybe if it gets enough speed, we'll put it to like a community vote or something.
That's the only controversy I have in this game. Besides the OEM versus Hori debate, like what you should main. That's the only 2 things I partake in. Clean first BLJ though. Thought he lost his speed again. That door is scary. That door frame. It's literally the scariest thing in this game.
It absolutely is. And Let's Clay getting another instant BLJ there. Yeah, killing it on the BLJ section, like 1540 it looked like going in, so right at 17 pace, I don't think is capable of bopping Bazaar, but if he can get like a time like right above Bazaar, you know, you've got lots of time to try to get, you know, that maybe a minus 10, minus 15 on that split. Make up that time.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going around or happening with BLJs. I mean, those are like pretty good. They're like 50, 52 BLJs or something like that. That's like, it's nothing to scoff at. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah, Let's Clay making the bits look good as well.
All right, yeah, this is a chunky Let's Clay bot pace right now, like by 20 seconds or so.
Yeah, Let's Clay can move it up. Yeah, I was hoping for maybe a little closer to 17, but it's looking like maybe 17-10.
Yeah, I like how I just said Let's Clay's on a healthy Let's Clay bop, even though he's just gonna be
He is.
mean,
It's true. All right, 2 for 2. Come on, last throw. Oh, I couldn't even see the bomb. How do you know where you're throwing? You probably knew. The last bomb's the hardest
Muscle
bomb.
memory. I disagree entirely. I actually disagree. The last bomb, the second one's the hardest. I can't. The third one's the second easiest. Then it's first. Or it goes first bomb's easiest, then it's third bomb, then second bomb's the hardest. I cannot. That second bomb just confuses me. It's like
it's too confusing. All right, Let's Clay taking the 17-25. Did lose like the third throw loses about 10 seconds. Bowser doesn't like smash that piece away as he jumps back on, so saves a little time over the first and second throw. So yeah, 15 second, 16-second improvements. Could improve by another, you know, give him another 10 for 3 throws, and he's not far behind Bazaar. Very close.
yeah, Bazaar better watch out. Let's Play is coming for him.
Yeah, Let's Clay 6th seed in 4th place.
That's controversial almost.
We had the
Oh,
6th seed
that's the
move on
underside.
recently. I forget. I think it was Von Jim, but I forget what group he was in. Maybe E or F, one of those two.
Oh, it looks like Kano and Bazaar are both in HMC now.
Yeah, let's swap over. Let's do Bazaar. I like we've seen a decent bit of Kano because Kano's Kano, but Bazarscape is
Everyone
Bazarscape,
knows Kano.
and we love Bazarscape.
All right, no cup slide. Oh, actually, I lied. That is another controversial take I have. I don't like calling it GTM slide. It has to be cup slide. C up slide.
It is, yeah, it definitely is a C up slide. I don't know where the GTM slide came into play. I don't like that name. Because GTM didn't
he
invent it. He didn't like invent it or
No,
anything.
he just all he did was popularize it. There was some like I think it was some random Japanese runner who like
Yeah, it's probably Circumark.
made it. And it wasn't Circumark. It was some other runner. I don't remember who it was, but. Oh, yep. Oh, Bazarscape internet strikes again as he's.
We can hear it. We
No,
just
well,
can't see it.
Oh, looks like he's okay. He's got some of that Liam bitrate going on, but like other than that, I mean, he's pretty. What? Mips just
Ooh.
avoided him.
Yeah, it wasn't close enough to that right wall. No, he did it again. He's like to the left of the Mips as he's getting close. Oh no, Bazarscape, this is a good run. Please walk to the right. No.
Oh no.
Oh, and he takes the reset on it. Oh man, that was a lot of time by the end of it.
Honestly, I can't really blame him for taking a reset on that. That was kind of stupid.
That was rough. Yeah. Give us the
Kano
nice
got
wave.
A good front sub, so.
Yeah, we'll watch the Kano Fire C.
I want him to get a 14. I want him to get the first 14 and PB by 7 seconds, therefore getting world record.
That would be great. I would love a world record here live on the 16 Star Showdown. That would be fantastic.
Although, unfortunately, I don't think he's paced for it right now. I don't know, just something's telling me that he's not paced for it.
Oh,
Look, that dive, man. That was...
Oh no!
Oh no. He's still making it.
Okay, did get the speed back. Those elevators, when you lose all your speed, can like just eat everything. As Kano goes for the the dives again, but takes the burn, has to come back around.
I mean, quick thinking though on it. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Did he take damage? No, he doesn't take damage there. Oh my gosh. Imagine Kano takes damage and dies there.
If you just soft lock there, like. Have you seen that clip where that guy soft locks in the pipe of fire scene?
Yeah, the infinite bonks on the corner.
Yeah.
What is his name? The dude who does all the clips starts with like a K.
Cobrager. Cobra.
No, maybe Cobra.
BJ.
Yeah.
No, his name is like Kobrajer, so it's Cobrager, but it's or Cobrager or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just say Cobrager.
Those have been great.
I don't know.
I've seen so many things I've never seen before just watching those clip videos.
I was commentating one of Laceos's matches with him, and this guy, he misses Mips, and I didn't realize he was on Japanese at first. So Mips is faster on the 15-star Mips on Japanese. But Mips ran to the right by HMC and just started, you know what dash dancing is from like Smash Bros, where you just go back and forth.
Yes.
He was like stuck on a wall and just started dash dancing pretty much.
Gotta get away. That's funny. Kano getting the first BLJ door like it's nothing. Like melting butter on hot toast is the second one. Is the second piece. Kano, a nice breakfast of BLJs here.
Kano's making cinnamon sugar toast right now.
He is. While running.
Getting us addicted to his run.
It's not gonna die. It will die.
Oh,
no. Had not the best angle once he was getting that triple jump going.
Funnily enough, he can still beat Smog's time, I'm pretty sure. So
yeah. It's like still like right on at 1544 pace. It was like 1530 pace.
Okay.
Coming in here, maybe less. Cast long jump.
Oh, that's right. You're the avid cast long jump guy. I was trying to remember who that was.
It is. I mean, that's the name. That's the person who invented it. It just sounds like TAS, and it's like such a hard one that everyone thinks it's TAS.
I don't even say it. I just say he's doing the bits long jump. I don't even call it Taz or Kaz. I just always forget the name. I'm like,
yeah,
it's a long jump.
The pro strat, that one.
Yeah, it's ultimate cycle and bits, obviously. Which I'm pretty sure is a thing, actually. Ultimate cycle and it, like, actually might be a thing in bits. Oh my! Fat fingering B, just a tiny bit. We've all been there, for sure. That was a strange...
Ooh.
Oh! He's not having too much fun. Oh! Oh!
Yeah. It wasn't gonna beat the 44. 1544.
Yeah, I'm surprised he still reset, though. Like, I'm surprised he just didn't finish it out. I think Drac is the second farthest in the run mode? Yeah.
I believe so.
Filler list. How did he do that? How did he change his decimal point to an apostrophe? What?
I don't know. I do like the layout though.
I'm just trying to figure out how people get their segment times right next to their exit times on their splits, because I still can't figure that out.
No, misses the fly guy?
Oh no. That was an interesting mistake. I hate that backup. That is one thing I'm avidly against, and is that backup.
No,
oh, no.
You can't. No. Come on, Drac. I believe. It's just another reset. You can do
Drac,
it.
We need you to. You gotta snag the third spot, Drac. We believe in you. Commentator maybe being a little bit biased, but I mean, no good commentator isn't biased.
Well, you just want to see good runs, basically, right? So it's like Drac is obviously a great runner. Currently has an 18, on the board. So just had some unfortunate mistakes.
I also want Session to get a good run going, because like right now he's been in Dark World for most of the tournament, it seems like.
This is what we've seen from a few players. You have a certain amount of times you need to beat, like 1544, 1559. Those are pretty daunting, but then you have in your head like, okay, it has to be better than a 1644. Like, and then you try to get those extra like 10, 15 seconds in the early game to make sure that you have a nice buffer, and you just end up resetting.
That's why I am an avid partaker of closing the restreamer's stream, so I don't have to look at anyone else's runs.
Yeah, I do that when I race. I do like check-ins, just to kind of see where I'm at, but I don't watch the stream like some people do. I
just have pop-out chat on, and I just type in chat. Like, I don't actually look at what's going on. So then everyone thinks I'm like watching the stream, but I'm just typing in chat. Like.
Yeah, so to take the nerves off. That's why I do the check-ins. You're not like freaking out. Kind of have a good idea. But yeah, it's something to kind of keep your mind off of. The imminent stars you have to do.
Yeah, I'm unlucky, and every time I race, I go up against people with 15s. Like, I race horror. I used to race horror like every other day in 16 star, and I would absolutely get destroyed. So I just got used to it. So I don't have much nerves to going into races anymore. But it's like, it's just unfortunate because. It's good that I'm not nervous anymore, but it's unfortunate that I had to get destroyed by horror so many times for it to finally happen.
That's the grind. You just gotta take it. You gotta do it so many times that it becomes just, everyday mind your own business type deal.
Yeah. So
yeah, no, that's good. That's really nice. I'm sure that's the same experience for a lot of other runners who do a lot of tournaments, or at least somewhat regular tournaments when they can. I try to enter as many tournaments as I can, and I definitely have gotten to a point now where I'm not freaking out every time one starts, every match.
Yeah.
It's you get the nerves obviously, but getting into that Mario flow state is a bit easier after a while.
Oh no, Drac, he just died. Yeah, there was a period of time where I wanted to join so many tournaments, but I didn't have internet, so I couldn't join any tournaments because I couldn't stream. So I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
ah, what do I do? I'm just gonna play Mario.
Yeah, just get good. Scrub.
Yeah, and still didn't get good, so it just didn't really matter.
Still working on that part. Small
I play
64.
Mario like once a week. It's grind.
It is. But yeah, small 64. Seeing how good he can prove he is. 8-minute right now. Will be a sub 9 exit out of here.
I think it's sub 830. I'm gonna be honest. Well, actually, what star does he have left?
It's the Volcano Star, I think.
Okay, then it's not sub 830. It's like sub 840 though. I mean, still not bad.
Yeah, really good time. Mid 8 for sure. Setting himself up right. Small does have the 15:59, so needs a like super good run to beat that time.
Yeah, 32, I think. Yeah, 32. 832. That's like. I don't know LLL exits that much, so I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that's like a mid 15, mid low 15 or something. I'm assuming.
Yeah, should be. Few stars.
Just waiting for Kano to get sub 10 HMC exit in this tournament.
Would be insane.
Oh.
Oh, come on, Sma. No, get up there. All right, first mistake of like the whole run here. Yeah, just take the easy back up here. Camera's all messed up now.
That's so unfortunate. It's just one of those things that you're like, oh, I can't believe that happened, man. It's like,
Yeah, you just get caught. Caught a little bit. Gotta keep going though. Still a really good run. Still capable of a solid 15. Session in SL as Bizarrescape is in Lethal Lava Land. So a few in basement here.
Smog's having like a little bit of trouble coming out from HMC of all stages.
Yes, HMC is definitely the.
Toad.
Yeah, doesn't forget Toad. HMC is one of those stages where runners I think tend to relax just a little bit, and it can like mess them up because compared to all the other stages in this run, it is like the easiest, at least most consistent.
I disagree. I can't agree with that. I think
Really?
SSL is easiest because I cannot get box triple to save my life.
Do you think Pillowless is easier?
Yes.
Hmm.
But I also don't go for Talma, so
Yeah.
It's a little bit easier.
Could make it a little different. But yeah, triple box jump is the hardest trick in HMC, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10.
Small's actually on pace to bop Kano's time right now, so this is pretty epic.
Yeah, it was like right at Kano's time, about 10-3x coming out of HMC.
And he did get a better MIPS, because Kano has not been able to grab MIPS at all. He's missed it every single time.
Oh, yeah, that camera wasn't amazing. All right, that's better.
A lot better. There we go. All right.
Yeah, Kano has had some issues with MIPS. Small 64, making that work. Only a small time loss. But 29 minutes left on the clock here. This is a lifetime attack tournament format. So they had 99 minutes to start. The Markinator 99 16 Star Showdown. 99 minutes to get the best time possible is now at 28 minutes. Each runner will be able to continue whatever run is going at the end of time, but there will just be no more resets once time is done.
I can't believe it's already been an hour.
Dude, there's so much that goes on in these things. Like, I'm with you. It hasn't felt like an hour, but there's like always something going on. It's
like
nuts.
a good chunky 10 minutes has gone by. I'm not sure how you feel about that, but
it's moving. But so are these runners, so maybe they're just pushing the time with them.
They put us in their spell.
They have. Very intoxicating here. A small 64 doesn't go for pole glitch. I wonder if there was like a mess up or something.
this early, I don't think he's actually gone for it at all in this tournament. So maybe I don't think it's a mess up.
Oh, okay, maybe not. I was just assuming, you know. Most people do.
Yeah.
So Small
We love
64
this
getting the
player.
early cycle still. Oh
Yeah,
my
I
gosh,
mean-
go!
That's like unfortunate. I think Drac just did the BLJ backup for when you accidentally clip into the upstairs door.
Oh no. Yeah, Drac has been trying so hard. Still has about 30 minutes, just under.
He's just gotta ride the wave, you know? Go with the flow. That's the best way to... Oh, did Small beat Kano's exit? Oh, he did! Wait, no, he didn't. I lied.
I don't
tied it.
remember what Kano's
Oh,
actually
he
was.
tied
Kano,
it. He beat it by 2 seconds. Let's go.
Yeah, I was
Small.
about to say
That's the match right now.
it looks very similar. Kano did mess up Fire Sea, if I remember correctly. Messed up the MIPS a bit and then Fire Sea. So yeah, Small, right on pace. Only
yeah,
had
and Small also messed it up. He didn't get the triple jump off the pole. He had to do the wall kicks.
That's true. That's true. Did get the early cycle still though. Kano took that burn and had to like come back around. So that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh!
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay.
Is entirely ahead of Kano at the moment. Needs these last BLJs. Probably a good 5 seconds. And that's that was so close
Okay.
to the first dare, but catches it really quickly right after. Come on, get up there.
Okay, nice backup. Yeah, I learned Horror didn't even know that backup until yesterday. Because I had to tell him how to do it.
Oh
You know,
really?
you get that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
hold
like,
hold down and like jump a couple times.
yeah, I'm like, dude, do you know how to do the backup? He's like, no. I'm like, bro.
That's
serious?
crazy. Yeah, Horror actually came in I think 2nd place, and his group was the 3rd seed maybe. Could have been the 4th seed. Yeah, a bit of an upset. Horror came out.
Yeah, Horror's incredibly consistent. I mean, I don't expect any less from him, and he's pretty good. I think he just PB'd or something. Like, he's got a 15-4x now, so that's pretty sick.
Yeah, Horror is a super good runner. Small 64. How good is he?
Okay.
Oh
my.
no! Okay, we're fine. 15-4x pace. It's like
Yeah,
right at.
Another thing about Horror is he's part of Spooky Scary Skeletons, the epic team.
I think I'm a part of that as well. We got.
We all are. Me, you, and Horror are.
Yeah.
Part of it.
That's funny. That was from the PV challenge.
Yeah,
That was
and I
great.
PB'd like once for 3 seconds.
It's Small 64 nailing 3 for 3 throws as co-coms just talk about their similarities with other runners. But actually a great run for Small 64. Going to take 2nd place, pushing up that time. Actually has 2nd place, just pushing up the time. About 9 seconds. Just more solidifying that 2nd place spot to move on. GG's. Yeah, 1550. That's like gonna be really hard to beat from any of these runners, and I doubt we'll see
Yeah.
2 people beat it. Yeah, anything can still happen,
I
but that's
just want-
pretty
I
good.
just want someone. I just want someone to see. I want either Bizarre to like go crazy and just like absolutely destroy the time that they put out for themselves, or like Drac or Session. I just want Drac and Session to get like a good run going. Like 18 is not like a very like honest show of their skill.
Yeah, that's kind of what we look for in this tournament for sure. Is good runs from all the runners, because that's really what you want to see. And then you can actually do like a really good comparison of, you know, the seeds moving forward. But there have been a couple runners that haven't quite been able to get it together in each group, basically. Maybe 1, maybe 2.
So
So-
are seeds based off like PBs in the thing, or like tournament PBs, or are they based off their actual PBs?
So the initial seeds were based off their actual PBs. So there was like a full list of like 48 people and their PB times. And I did the groups based on those PB times. But the seeds moving forward, like I said, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd seed coming out of these groups will determine future seeding. So it's not definite where you start to where you end.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. That's a pretty good way, honestly.
Yeah, trying to keep it fair. Try to keep it interesting. It's a brand new tournament format. I'm like creating this format like myself basically to fit in this lifetime attack.
As it goes on.
Yeah.
As it goes on.
Well, like I've got the idea. Just like creating the formats and everything, the visuals. Take some time.
Now the real question is, what's your favorite Jimmy John's sandwich?
Session. It's actually Session BLJ's. As maybe we can order one right here, and it's here so quick, super fast. Jimmy John's special.
We love the Jimmy John's BLJs. Jimmy John's gives you the power. It's like a Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry.
Exactly. Session making it happen.
This angle is so scuffed.
Come on, Let's Clay.
Okay.
Also on BLJ's. In the pipe, same time Session. What time?
Oh, Let's Play is like 20 seconds behind though, so like 15:33.
Yeah, 15:40 like right here, and then 15:20.
I mean, Let's Play is like 16 pace. It's like Bizarre Skateball, kinda. No, I lied.
It's Session is on pace to bop Bizarrescape. Let's Clay is like close. Is like right at 17, I think. Maybe a little less.
Yeah, he's on a healthy Let's Play Bob coming out.
Another Let's Clay bop from Let's Clay.
Yeah.
Let's Clay is his own worst enemy in this tournament.
That's what it seems like. Session does not like doing triple jumps apparently, or at least his Mario doesn't. Okay. That side flip, I hate that.
Don't hit the Goomba, no! Okay. Oh. That was scary through and through. Get in the pipe.
Okay, maybe bizarre bop, just a little far out of reach now.
Yeah. It was on pace to like tie it. It looked like before that little hiccup by the Goomba.
Yeah, I think that was like maybe a second better. Who knows?
Yeah,
Those
it was
are weird.
close.
Oh my gosh.
That's the second time that happened to
Really missed that.
Session.
Yeah, he's getting super close. Ooh, Let's Clay. Okay.
Yeah,
I
swap
think
over to
Play's
Let's
getting,
Clay.
like a 1707 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 1707.
Yeah, Let's Clay getting so many good runs going.
And he stopped his timer.
Oh, yeah.
That was like a 1708
Yeah.
or 09.
I'll call it 1709 just to be safe. If it comes down to a retime, we'll clip it and ship it and do all that good stuff. But yeah, we'll say 1709, and then they're 10 seconds off the PB. Only has so many more tries to actually keep shaving off 10 seconds, so maybe can bump it up to 20 or 30 seconds.
We just gotta go for the go big or go home strat. We gotta hopefully he can just like get like a 16 just and zoom along with that, you know.
Hopefully, a nice 16 pace would be really good. Session getting that 17-17. So it's going to not overtake Let's Clay or Bizarre. Bit of an unfortunate Bowser fight there. Was going to be really close to Bizarre anyway. Probably would have been just behind him. So it was a really good run all the way to there. Just needs to basically match that one more time, and we could see a really good showing from Session here.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe in the Session Bizarre Bop era. Personally a fan. I don't know. Oh, Kano's actually kind of on best pace of the tournament right now.
Again.
I mean, to no one's surprise, I don't think. Like, Kano is crazy, man. He's like crazy good, you know?
He is.
That was like the early cycle ever.
Oh, come on.
Okay, I hate this.
Oh!
One of the reasons I hate the sideways camera angle. This is case in point. Clip it and ship it.
Been calling it out
Calling
all
us
day.
high.
Yeah, and that'll be the reset from Kana. Oh, 18 minutes to go. Getting down to those last resets. Or last, like, only a few minutes left to complete a full run and get another reset in. So, people, it's getting a bit tight here.
This is scary. I think Drac and Sma are the only ones not intro gameplay right now.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Drac, I guess we'll pull up here on the main screen. Drac, it is time to finish another run, sir. I look forward to seeing the 16 or 15 minute time you have in store.
I think he missed Salt, so that's why he was in Mario Cam C-Down for that star. I guess we'll find out right now if he actually missed it or not. Oh, I guess he did. What?
Yeah, it looks...
Drac is having some issues here.
That might be good. Okay.
I thought that was gonna miss. I'm not gonna lie. I looked too far to the right.
It was, yeah, it was decent enough, I guess. Did work.
I mean, that's all that matters, though, right? Like, as long as it works, right?
That is true. And Drac not losing too much time since he missed Salt. That loses probably 4 or 5 seconds.
It loses 6 from my testing.
Yeah, it could
least. Be. Still like a 14, or not 14, 447 or 46. 1446 Womps exit, actually on world record pace right now.
Yeah, Womp's last route.
Yeah.
That's what we're working with here. Yeah.
I can imagine that being a thing. That sounds like something that would happen.
That's a thing in 120 star. There's a Womp's late route.
Why would you do that stage late? That stage is so bad. I want to get it over with right away.
Right. That's why people don't do it. But it's like just as much time. It doesn't lose anything.
So you'd rather have your run die an hour and a half in to Womps?
Well, that's what they used to do, dude. If you look at the old world records from like 10 years ago, they'll actually do Womps with like 50 or 60 stars, maybe more. Maybe like 70.
Yeah, it's crazy. I wouldn't want my run to die to Womps. My runs die enough to Womps already as it is. I don't want to be an hour in and then it dies.
Yeah, they would do Womps, and then they would do Womps at like 60 stars or so, and then they would do OG Cannonless for like a try or two. And if they didn't get it, they would open the cannon. That was the only way they knew.
Oh, that's right. OG Cannonless. I completely forgot about that.
50 stars in. Can you imagine? No, Drac,
no.
the fly guy.
Heck, no. Bizarrescape is getting a strange little BLJ, or LBLJ.
Oh, avoiding the second fly guy. The fly guy's not having it with Drac today. All right, Drac stabilizing. Still needs to, or no, did get the Talon back up. Needs to do top of the pyramid now, I think. Yeah. Good stuff from Drac. That was such an unfortunate fly guy miss. Like, I guess the fly guy spotted him on his way to the pillar and just never had a chance.
Because he was too far left. That's what happens. You go too far left
Yeah.
on that first roll out, and then this fly guy's like, target acquired. And just get, like that one meme where it's like target acquired, and yeah, you get it.
It is, yeah. That is exactly what happens. Like the fly guy will spot you. But for anyone who didn't know, going to the right isn't just to avoid that pit hole after the hill. It is to avoid the fly guy's sight. As Drac grabs the pole, but does do oh my gosh! Did lava boost and then was looking to give us a heart attack. Maybe succeeded.
Yeah, the fly guy is like the opposite of a vampire. You know, vampires are like, you have to invite them into your home. The fly guy will just invade your house. Like, he doesn't care.
That is true. Fly guy don't care.
The fly guy has no morals. He has no morals. His moral compass is literally gray.
His moral compass is target acquired. That's all he knows.
Imagine if it wasn't a fly guy there and it was like a snippet, one of those little creatures from HMC
yeah,
instead.
the Snuffits, yeah. All the different names. There's so many Nintendo names that are so close. There's Sniffits, there's Snuffits, there's like Spinies, there's Pokies, and I think
and there's Skeeters and something
Yes,
else.
skeeters are the spiders in the water, and then you have scuttlebugs are the ones in like
Scuttlebugs,
HMC.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Scuttlebug Nathaniel Bandy, but no one knows Skeeterbug Nathaniel Bandy. Like,
Not sure. I know him. So like John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Is his name your
Yeah.
name too?
potentially. I mean,
Sometimes.
not legally, but he is. Like, you know,
In
spiritually,
spirit.
yeah. That was kind of unfortunate. That angle looked good until the lava just decided it wasn't good.
Yeah, I don't think waited
904.
quite long enough after making it. Long jumped a little too soon. Yeah, but it's kind of like drag. I mean, the story of drag today has been like solid runs and then just like crazy mistakes.
meltdowns.
Yeah, like deaths in Lethal Lava Land and stuff like that. So if he can just like secure a good one all the way through, finishing this one could still get one more after.
Yeah, as long as he starts his run right away and... Okay, I see you, Drac. I thought he missed that. That was scary.
Yeah, making it work. Who else is... Everyone's on the resets right now, looking to get that last run. 11:30 on the clock. 15 minutes to finish a run, so everyone looking for that final playthrough.
Drac's the only one who hasn't redeemed himself, so he has to redeem himself, otherwise it will be upsetting.
I believe. I believe.
He's actually like 16, 17 pace right now. If we're going off of my golds. And I'm assuming his are much better than mine anyway.
Yeah, probably low 16. It is gonna get this Oh, it needs one more star. I thought that was number 15. I was gonna say gets sub 10:30, but definitely made more mistakes than that. It's probably gonna be like 11 minutes, which is low 16
Yeah,
pace.
It's like a 10-5, I'm thinking. Because the star he has left is 12 seconds, so...
Yeah.
And including the fade out time, that's about 16, 15 seconds. So we're looking about like a 10:56.
We'll see.
10:54 actually.
10:54. CoComp got the maths. So yeah, still sub
That's
11.
all I'm good at. I'm good at numbers. I can't like play the game properly, but if you need to know how much time something saves, just ask me because I probably know it.
Got the stats. Ooh,
Oh,
nice punch
okay.
grab. First one we've seen all day.
That camera angle is horrible, but I mean, besides the camera angle, that was clean.
Yeah, no, the camera angle's
Oh.
perfect. Look at that.
I meant like the punch grab setup, not like the...
Yeah, I know what you
Like-
meant. Oh!
No! Hey man, that's still like a 38 split or something. I don't know. That's not horrible. Do we get to see a chip? Nah. Wait!
Oh, oh my gosh. Drax pulling it out here. Has
His
everything
camera, I'm
going.
like, is he going for chip? And then I saw him readjust his camera because it looked like he wasn't going for it. I'm like, wait a second.
It's happening.
I was happy, man. That was the most exciting moment of my life. Go
Chip.
track, avenge yourself.
Oh, with the
Ooh,
lag
okay.
reduction and all. Look at that.
Okay, Drag. What is his name? His name reminds me of someone from Guardians of the Galaxy. Is the guy's name literally Drax, the gray dude?
I
from
think
Guardians
so.
Of the Galaxy?
Yeah, with an X or something.
Yeah.
I think so. All right. Oh, that looked a little shaky. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
not on line with it.
Okay, honestly though, not a bad backup.
Not at
Still
all.
Potential to make early cycle. Or...
Yeah.
Ah, it's gonna be
I
a little
I
close.
think-
He's gonna have to do a triple jump wall kick though.
Yeah, it is possible still.
Oh my gosh, and he got it. That was super close.
A sideways camera. Keep
I
seeing it.
despise that. There's literally a reason I despise it, and we already saw it happen to Kano. I mean,
It is a bit sketch.
just a tiny bit.
It is the best lag reduction I believe for right there. I don't know about the backwards cam. I don't really get like any lag using the backwards cam, so Could just
I'm
be
pretty sure backwards cam is the least laggy, and it's also like the second easiest, but I'm not even sure.
It's yeah, that one, the sideways cam and the backwards one are definitely the lowest ones.
I think they're within like 0.2 of each other. I don't know which one's faster.
Probably.
Or not, but
All right, 1340 exit here from Drac. About 15 seconds ahead of the best times we've seen from Kano and Small. Or 15 seconds behind, rather.
Behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's 15 behind Sma, which Sma has the best exit, and then 13 behind Kano, because Kano got a 31 and Sma got a 29.
Yeah, very nice. Good times all around. Oh, that was
15
quick.
seconds is 15 seconds is all he needs though to beat Bazaar and claim his top 3. Ooh, okay. I see it. We're watching. You got our attention.
Let's see it. Second door. Second BLJ. There you go in the lineup, looking to catch the first air, and he does, and he's getting up there.
Oh my gosh.
6:45 on the clock. This could be the last run.
Low 16 pace. Low 16 pace.
Yeah, this is the run Drac's been working towards, one we've been talking
that was
about.
Scary. That triple jump. That
Manamo.
Oh my gosh. He's going crazy. He's busting out all the strats.
Look at that focus on that camera too.
He's like, it's like when you're playing Call of Duty and some guys.
No! Wow. Like you're watching someone play Call of Duty and they get sniped in the back out of nowhere. It's like, whoa, bro, that was unfortunate.
What I was trying to say is he's sitting in his chair like when someone makes fun of you for going 5 and 12 on the scoreboard, and then you look at the scoreboard and you're like, oh, he's right, I am going 5 and 12.
Oh, wow, dude. Sorry to cut you off, but that was
just
0 frames in a row.
I'm not even mad you cut me off. That was more important than whatever I was trying to say anyway.
That was so sad from Drake. That was the run. Drake did so well, especially at the end there through Fire Sea and everything.
He was cracked out.
Wow.
He was ready. He was ready to win. He was ready to clip it, ship it, say hi to his mom. Like, I don't know.
Had the hi mom sign already dressed up.
Yeah, he put on his little schoolboy outfit, you know, like the ones with Pokemon, the overalls and the yellow t-shirt. And he's like, "Hi, Mom, I just I just got 3rd place. I can move on." And
wasn't quite there.
Then, you know,
then the live
right
action came
like,
out, and it just wasn't nearly as good as we thought.
Yeah, right side was like the school bully. He's like, "Give me your lunch money, otherwise I'm gonna beat you up." And then, you know, I guess he just didn't give him his lunch money, which, I mean, respectable choice. But
did get beat up for it.
Didn't turn out in his favor. Yeah.
Bizarrescape on the screen now. Hopefully, he's sitting in 3rd place. That's 1644. Has been in the hot seat this whole time.
That's impressive.
It is. It's been like 30. It's been like an hour. It's like first 30 minutes he set that time.
Alright, I mean, Bazaar's doing pretty well. He had like a 16-3x SSLX and I think 33. So Bazaar definitely ready to bop his tournament time.
Yeah, Bazaar did have another pacer was able to bop, but I don't know what happened. I forget. It's something in bits, I believe. Maybe, oh, it was BLJ's, I think. Just couldn't get that first BLJ going. So
there's too much stuff happening to keep track of it all at once. Like, you gotta keep your eyes on like 2 runners, and then you gotta hope that the other, oh my!
Bazaar's like, okay.
He's like, I'm not dead, it doesn't matter.
Taking it. Splicing a little bit. He said, this
Honestly,
is a good time for a splice. Yeah.
Can't really fault him. I mean, a good splice will like save his run, so.
That is
Let's
true.
just hope that he spliced in the right video and not the wrong one.
Yeah, splicing in extra mistakes. Not what you want. Here we go, Volcano Star.
All right, no ledge grab. That's pure evidence that he actually spliced and it wasn't just his internet. Alrighty. I'm surprised he didn't go for a side flip there. 'Cause you get like a little bit of a better angle on that pole.
Mm-hmm. Probably might have like tried, just got the jump. Didn't quite make it happen.
Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't work. I don't know. It's like somewhat tight, but it's not like the tightest thing in the world.
Mm-hmm. Right. Not too bad. Let's see. Side hop from Bizarrescape is going to be good. Owlus number 2. All right, Kano is.
Side hop is easier than Owlus.
I think it is. Yeah, it's a little more lenient, but it's similar.
Straight right.
See, Kano's also in Lethal Lava Land right behind Bizarre, so we'll see. These runners have been given a warning about the time almost running out, so only a couple minutes left.
I'm assuming we're gonna see a bunch of no resets coming out from everyone now that they are informed. What is going on with Let's Play in the bottom right corner? That elevator cycle was not nice to him. He's gonna be netting a normal cycle,
Oh no!
or potentially worse.
Oh no! Let's
okay,
play.
yeah, I think.
I should have had this on the main screen, man. That was great. That was a good call out. Let's Play, the bottom right corner gets like messed with the elevators, gets zapped, gets bonked, like it's everything.
It's like Murphy's Law. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong, and we just witnessed it firsthand. Oh, we got some nice rock RNG.
Ooh. Okay.
I once saw this theory that HMC is actually where all the waste in the kingdom goes. So
Yes.
The rocks are like made of like
Poop.
waste. Yeah.
That is the toilet bowl of Peach's Castle. That's why there's the whole mining operation down there. They were looking for oil. They struck Hazy Maze Cave, and then they just use it as a toilet now.
But Hazy Maze Cave literally is oil.
Oh! Plot twist. Nah. That is a really good video.
I mean,
the iceberg, the Mario iceberg. That was really nice.
I don't watch too many icebergs, but that one was pretty good. I like watching like the icebergs made on actual people. Like I watched a dream iceberg. What? He still got that off? That was impressive. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty impressive. This camera angle, however, is not impressive.
All right, going with the Mario cam, taking it slow. Does have it. That is time as Bizarrescape is getting through the door. Calling time here for these runners. Let's Play getting one last reset in.
Just barely as well. Like, if he would have reset like 1 second later, it would have been over.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of stream delay, so there's a little bit of lenience here. These runners aren't like looking at the exact timer unless they're watching the stream, which I don't require them to do. So, you know, we can give a second or two notice here. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, I mean, can't really blame him. I mean, as long as, I mean, as I said before, not having the stream open literally gets rid of nerves. And Bizarre, he's splicing again, and I think Drax's run is potentially over. Drac not redeeming himself after. Well, I mean, he just went from like the beginning of DDD to the end of DDD, so I mean, pretty successful splice. I don't think anyone will notice that one. I mean, Smaw's doing pretty decent in basement. Like,
yeah, they got Small, Bizarre. I mean, this is a really good run for Bizarrescape. Kano right behind him. Has been behind him about the same pace for entirety of basement area. Bizarrescape.
Though, so he will be saving some time.
That is true, and probably will save some time here in this fire seat. Bizarrescape's just trying to make this early cycle, 0 cycle here.
Can't really fault him. That's literally the exact same cycle I try and go for with the triple jump.
Oh.
That was really scary. I thought he was gonna dive. He could have, like, I think he could have made it with a dive, but it would have been like super close, and I don't really blame him for not going for it.
Yeah, I don't either. Was super close. And Drac has reset, as has Session, so I think that's going to do it for those two.
Oh no.
The two runners we were watching this whole time to pop off weren't quite able to do it.
I mean, hopefully Let's Play pops off. We can maybe see a Let's Play pop off. I know Sma and Kano, they're like playing right next to each other. I'm confused what I am seeing on Bizarrescape's screen, but you know, getting the Bowser throw, getting like a 13-4x, yeah, 43, or not 43, 41, but
Really good.
yeah, that's like 10 seconds behind Kano. Kano's best action. Okay, that movement was a little strange, but on Sma, just chilling. All right, we're praying for these BLJs. Let's get the Jimmy John's BLJs out. Okay, I think that'll work. He just keeps going. Maybe I was wrong. Okay, what? That was the longest
Wow.
air BLJ chain I think I have ever seen work.
Yeah, it was able to make it work. Thankfully, is on the second set. This is the final run. Needs to make it happen. Gets up there. Very. Okay, yeah, I was a little confused with what happened for a second. Making it up there. 14, 54-ish, looked like on the entry, maybe a little less.
This is like a low 16 pace. I like 16-1-2 or something like that. So
Yeah.
I mean, still a healthy Bizarre bop. Bizarre will bop Bizarre if he just keeps it up.
Yeah, Let's Clay.
Oh, the bonking on the wall king?
Okay. Yeah, Let's Clay is the only one who could really beat out Bizarrescape here. As Bizarrescape,
Oh,
whoa!
no!
What just happened?
That was strange.
I think got a wall kick on the other side of that block. Because didn't take a ledge grab. Oh, got it. Nice. Okay. I thought I was going to wall kick there. Moving left side. Doesn't even get the ledge grab.
The ledge grab skip is so satisfying on left side, and I stand by that.
It is. It's great. Sometimes it doesn't even save time because you don't
For a good block.
notice it.
Okay, he can actually beat his turning PB right now if he gets 3 clean throws. Looks like Sma's run is over as well, as we see that they are gone. I think they lost Mips in the door. I think that's what happened.
Oh no.
Bizarre not able to turn in PB anymore. Missing the first throw, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna do it for small there.
Okay. Oh my. Kano's like, I think he just turned PB'd again. I'm not gonna lie.
Kano's like just beat out Bizarrescape, was behind him the whole time. Oh, Kano did what? What is happening? What are we doing? Okay, Kano did get that one. Yeah, see, here we got Kano here. Not gonna beat it out. 15-44. Yeah, 15-44. I just wanted to show it isn't gonna beat the PB.
Yeah, that's like a 51. I mean, that's like barely worse than Sma.
Yeah, didn't stop the timer, but it was a little over. Hit the third bomb right at like 15-40. Bizarrescape, yeah, finally getting it. Not gonna beat that event PB.
Unfortunate.
It is. Really good showing from Bizarrescape, though. Is sitting in that third place seat, in the hot seat. 17-22.
I mean, he toughed it out, though. I mean, can't even complain. He literally toughed it out. Like, even after missing all, like, those 17 Bowser throws, he still toughed it out.
Yeah, like finishing it right after that without being able to PB anymore. Kudos, 100% to Bizarrescape. As well as Kano finishing out like 3 or 4 runs right at 16 pace. A couple 15s.
Yeah. Chat says you look like Shaggy. Do you have any words for them?
I look like Shaggy?
Yeah. Or maybe me? I don't know. I'm assuming it's not me.
I don't know. But
Well,
I look,
apparently you look like a
I'll take
discount
it.
Shaggy.
I'll
so-
take it. I
I
like
mean, who
I love
doesn't wanna look
Scooby-Doo.
like Shaggy Norville Rogers. Like, come on.
Shaggy's a handsome dude.
Or no, it's Norville. Also seems pretty high. I'm pretty sure you're just getting flamed by this guy in chat.
Probably. It's all good. Just having fun. Let's Clay on main screen here. Last runner going.
How did he not get, like, vibed? Or not vibed. Shocked.
Vibe checked?
Or did he not get-
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
That's gonna do it. Yeah, that's definitely gonna do it. Let's
Oh.
Clay. Rounds of applause for everyone who showed out today. This was a great group of runners. We had so many good
unfortunate,
runs.
man.
Claps in chat, Drake's in chat for everyone. But the 3 moving forward are gonna be Kano with a 1544, Sma 64 with a 1550, and Bizarrescape escaping this group with a 1644. A minute behind, probably the largest difference between first and third we've seen in this tournament so far. But Let's Clay 1710, Session 1717, and Drac, I mean, Drac had the 18, but had that one run that died in bits, was definitely like 15 pace, like right at 16. So it was a great showing from all these runners. Event PBs here don't necessarily show the whole story, but it was fantastic. And thank you for sharing it with me, Devious. It was great co-commenting with you.
Yeah, no, I mean, all these runners are, like, good. It's just they got, consistency, being consistent under nerves. Like, you're going up against all these top players like Kano, and, like, I mean, like, they all have 15s, I think, except for, not Small, but Let's Clay. I think he has a 16. I'm not sure, but they all have 15s. Of course, you're going to be nervous. Like, you can't really fault them. I mean, they tried their best. I mean, no reason to fault them. All of them played well. Bizarrescape played incredible at the end of that, like, except for the Bowser throws, but that was unfortunate. But we don't talk about that.
It was absolutely unfortunate. Great matches overall. Thank you so much for being here. I am at a loss for words, honestly. I was excited to watch this entire thing. Happy to be a part of it. Thank you for everyone watching. It was fantastic. Wouldn't have it without any of you guys. Wouldn't put these things on. So thank you. There's going to be another match tomorrow. It is going to be the last group of round 1. I'll show the schedule here on the main screen. But we had the bottom left, Group D was the Kano group. Kano, Drac, and Bizarrescape are moving forward. No, not Drac, I'm sorry. Kano, Sma, and Bizarrescape, the first, third, and fourth seed, are going to be moving on. And then the last group we have here on the round 1 is going to be Group H there at the bottom right, Sunday 27th. That is tomorrow. That is Cheese's group. We have Cheese coming all the way down from 120 to 16 to play in this tournament. Yeah.
That's actually incredible.
Yeah,
I can't believe Cheese is doing 16 star. No way.
the last tournament Cheese did was in 16 star. He raced Aki in the finals and won, and it was like 4 years ago at some convention.
4 years ago at some convention. That's how little we know about Cheese's 16 star journey.
Yeah, exactly. Like I forget which one it is. The clip in the song that you guys are about to hear from the theme song is from that tournament. So been a long time for Cheese, and I'm excited to see him do 16. I love Cheese, and he was at Glitch Infinite, which is why they're the last ones to play. Kano had something similar. So yeah, last bit of the first round today and tomorrow, and then we'll move on to the second round, which would be even better. We're gonna, like, everyone's 15 capable in the second round. Probably already got a 15 in the tournament. It's gonna be hype. I'm super excited. So everyone, drop me a follow here on Twitch, on Twitter, Markinator99, on Twitter and YouTube. I'm starting to upload all of the older races on YouTube. You should see at least 1, maybe 2 there now.
Let's go, the VOD squad.
Yeah. And so if you missed anything, want to see any of these fantastic groups, they were all great. So you should go check that out for sure. And with that, go ahead and shout yourself out, Devious. Stream, Twitter, what you got?
Uh, I'll just type in chat. That's my Twitch. I like stream once every 7 millennias. So I mean, I'm not consistent for whatever reason, but I will play Sea of Thieves. So if you like that game, I guess go watch me. That's about it. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves, great game. I
Yeah,
will.
I'm addicted.
Yes, definitely go check out Devious. Fantastic. Thank you for being here once again. I am
Yeah, no
Markinator
problem.
99. Had a great time casting this today, and we'll have Sunday at 4 o'clock tomorrow for the Cheeses group. And until then, I will catch you guys later.
It's nice. Thanks for having me on, by the way. I know it was kind of short notice, but
Yeah, no problem, man.
16 star, you ain't gotta go far. About 15 minutes from there to the start. I got invitationals for the skills of the stars, and I'll invite you too if your skills are on par. Ouija.
Oh, that was so close, but he's got it. This is Manimo cycle.
Is that cheese?
It's less than a second. She should have it though.
Green Sweegie.
Green Sweegie to first place.
Where's the competition? Don't you see they're in your spot? Go up there and take it. That is, if you can. I'll invite all the top players and entice upcoming gamers. Come along, all you spectators. In 6-4, no emulators. I don't mean to be exclusive, but the lag is so intrusive. Players come to test their skill, but that's a mountain, not a hill. You'll have 99 minutes to complete your objective. Defeating Sky Bowser, yes, of course it's effective. Reset every run or beat every single one. Please come enjoy all the fun. There's still time, one more last run. Gamiru and Kano came all the way from Japan.
He's gonna clip again. Oh, we got a first.
We got Benji too and GTM.
Didn't catch there. Goes for pass long jump.
Is that slippery?
That's a
Nick?
close throw, but he got it. He got it.
If you wanna see them bleed, 16 stars is what you'll need. It's the showdown of your life. Sit right there and watch the strife. If you watch and do not run, it will even be more fun. All these gamers going at it will make you into fanatics. Got world records and performers. Save the frames and cut the corners. Lots of money on the line. Better hope you're in your prime. Sit right there and watch the screen. A few quick stars, all we need. Don't mess up or over squeeze. That's a ground pound. Mario, please. It's a 16-star showdown. I invited everyone. You better not miss it. Now who's ready to play?